Is it late? No, no. It's early. Early, right? What are the humans doing? On the right side of your can you hear me?
I can.
Uh what do you want me to call you? Will Job work?
Job,
Excellent.
yes.
All right. So over here on the right side in the upper right hand corner, there's something that says stream to audience. You see that?
Up, upper right hand corner. I
Should
just
be.
see, let's check.
Are you on a computer or a phone?
On my iPad.
Okay, on an iPad, I'm not sure.
Let me check for
I
more.
think it might be down where it says more. There might be
Okay,
like three
stream,
dots. Stream to audience,
stream
yes.
to your audience. I see it.
All right. Before you click it, because it might take you out of here when you click it. I don't know. Before you click it, figure out what you want to title it and how you want to handle the description. If you want, I can share the title and description that I used into private chat, and you can copy pasta those if you can figure out how to get it to work. It didn't work for me earlier. If that's acceptable to you. And dude, you're right on time as far as where we were at in this whole thing. And I got a little bit of stuff that I got to do to kind of make it look proper and straight and correct. And it's just visual gimmicks mostly. How you doing today, bud? Working out for you? Yeah, I don't understand how the parliament actually works. They seem to just yeah, it popped him out when he tried to do that. Figure it out, bud. Don't hey, you got your avatar. That's super cool. I like that, dude. That's another really good Mel Gibson-ish film. Apocalypto. Excellent. I can't hear you if you're talking. You're not muted, so I don't know.
I
Hey,
hear you nice and clear.
okay, my bad. All right,
Can you
so
hear me
yes, sir.
okay?
I hear you. All right, so from scratch, we do the thing. So I'm here with Job. He's agreed to come in and discuss his channel with us. I have a few of his videos brought up. Uh, Typically, we look over on muted until either he wants something specific played or it becomes necessary to play something. Otherwise, we generally have a conversation about the content on your channel. I upload or rather, I sync up your most recent, your most viewed, and your first video, and we play that in the background while we discuss what is the purpose of your channel and what inspired you to create it. Magnificent. And I'm wondering if this is technical issues or No, I have it muted. I was hoping to talk to you. We can play the audio if you'd like. Do you have no audio at all? Can you not hear me at all?
Birds chirping. Hello, Israel. This is roughly 4:30 in the morning, close to 5 o'clock. Dr. Shah, Dr. Kingdom Prophets in the house. It is early morning. This is called the Ludlow Massacre Museum. They say this is the area where they took a Gatling gun and massacred a bunch of Mexicans and their families, owned by the Rockefellers. Wow. You hear all those birds chirping? Not that long ago, there was a Gatling gun shooting the shit out of a lot of families.
Yeah, here's the story right here.
Okay.
It says miners demand a better wages and an 8-hour workday, a safe workplace. So this is the whole reason why people have workers' rights.
Okay.
Because of this.
Everything. Let's make sure that's functional.
Massacre right here.
Yeah, that works. That works. That works. Okay, so that's not an issue on this end. And everyone in chat can hear me? Yeah. Yeah, you can hear me, not Joe. Okay. So sometimes you have to like look at this. Check your settings. Oh, that's pretty good. Did that help? Probably not. Welcome to Sasquatch Shills, where the technical issues might become the entire show. This is not the worst I've had. I once interviewed a deaf Bigfoot hunter. Pop out or what's it called? Refresh the page. It'll kick you back out and bring you back in, and it might. There you go. The issue is on those tablets like that, you can't see things like your private chat and the comments, and also deal with your sound and stuff all on the same doohickey. Do you want to be on camera? Because I'm not bringing you up unless you want to be on camera. Yeah. Change the title to the show to How to Operate StreamYard. It's, like I said, it's not the worst I've experienced. I'm so proud of everybody over here in Double O's chat. They're all just toughing it out like good soldiers over there. They have no idea what's going on. They think this is a perfectly ordinary show. It kind of is. Hopefully you can hear me now.
I can hear you nice and clear.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So the way I typically do this is we discuss your content, your channel, what inspired you to do the channel. I have your most recent upload, your most popular upload, and your first upload. And I'm going to play them in the background, and you can bring up any topic you wish to discuss. Oh, don't do that. Well, that is weird. What is going on? Stop it.
This is roughly 4:30 in the morning.
All right. I'm sorry. My computer's going absolutely batty. But we got it functioning now. Super. All right. So how long have you been YouTubing?
Not long.
6
Not
months?
long
A
at
year?
all. Well, before I took the endeavor I did, I think I was just doing some weird shit. So I wasn't like pursuing like what I'm pursuing now.
Right. I've
So
noticed you've
I
done a
think
few more uploads recently.
I would say about maybe 2.5 years, maybe 3 years.
Okay. And you've uploaded more in the past few months than you have in the previous, what, 2 years?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, so young Job is sitting around with his camera and he decides he's going to upload a video to
Mhm.
YouTube. What possessed you to decide to upload a video to YouTube?
What video? This one you're looking at right now?
No, your first video, when you uploaded your very first video.
Um, the love for my people.
Beautiful. It's as good a reason as any.
Yeah, plain and simple.
I love you. Okay. All right. So do you have an overarching purpose to the videos you produce, or is it just whatever what strikes you as interesting currently?
Anything that is truth driven, history driven, that can be fact checked, and with the indigenous history of my parents and the people who were along the way before I ever came to this planet and decided to be a participant and go to school and not know what um, all this was about. I just my passion is getting back what is mine, and even though that the Most High said it wasn't supposed to be mine, I would like to have it back. You know, it's a normal thing. Um, just like if someone stole your father's home and you see that person living generation after generation after generation, knowing that as your grandfather's home and you can't do shit about it because of colonization. You don't have the might, you don't have the power, you don't have the military, you don't have the force to take back what is yours. So, of course, you're going to get mad. You're going to want your grandfather's house back. That's only common sense.
I
So,
don't disagree with anything you've said so far. Continue.
um, that's my passion, is to awaken my people and let them know that we are not a low nation. We're a very high nation. Society made us low. The white man painted a picture where we're inferior, but we have the most greatest cities of all the world, part of the seven wonders of the world. Where did all the intelligence, where did all that go? Oh yeah, of course, colonization. You know, they got rid of the elders, they separated the men and the women, they took the babies out of the mothers, took the babies, slammed it against poles. You know, they raped the women, they raped the men. I mean, what else more is to say? You know, you guys need to
That's
wake
just,
up. My people need to wake up. My people need to wake up and realize, you know, the people who are coming across the border, who you call illegal aliens, who are actually indigenous peoples of this land, is being put in cages. I don't think your family are put in cages. Um, you know, you got families being torn apart, families being torn apart. You see mothers and children crying and screaming because you have the border patrol ripping these families apart, and you got people complain about the jobs that we take, but these are the fucking jobs you guys don't want to fucking do. Period. I mean, you put 10 of your best people in your nation against one of my paisas. And I guarantee it. I guarantee you, each one of your guys will fall to the floor, and my paisa will still be kicking ass. And he will arrange the fruit. He will arrange the vegetables in such a perfect manner, and such gentleness that you wouldn't even buy it at the store if it wasn't perfect. So
You see
our
the
people
video
were.
I have highlighted? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to interrupt. I just reached the end of that video. Do you see the video I have highlighted? Issachar on the move?
Yes, sir.
Is that your first video upload?
I believe so. I believe so. Mm-hmm.
I have a thing that I do. It's
Mm-hmm.
just for funnies. I found it. I found it in a movie, and it's called YouTube Paleontology. Right, where I go find the very first upload of a channel. We take a look at it and we talk about it. And I got a little visual skit I do over here, and it's silly.
Okay. I'm used to.
This
I'm used to it. I mean, I'm used to being humiliated and degraded.
I've done humiliating
So
you.
I'm
You'll
cool.
understand it.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
You don't want cars? Yes, I'm a paleontologist. Oh, it's okay. There's dynamite in this bag too. I am a paleontologist. I'm a paleontologist. Paleontologists study really old stuff. Like crackers.
Because bad movies are funny.
Right. It's just a little funny. Okay, so what have we got going on in this video? Hey, bud. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. I don't know if you meant to mute yourself.
My bad. I was just trying to be respectful. That's just me waking up the people in the ghetto areas.
Okay.
It looks like I'm in people complain and they make fun of me that look like I'm at the end of a abandoned building, but that is a very corner of a liquor store facing an apartment complex where a lot of poor people live, and a lot of poor people, of course, are a majority of them are melanated people. So I'm just there waking up my people, reaching out, speak like. Preach like a trumpet, speak loud, let the people hear you. That's what I was doing. I'm not sure what exactly you want. Maybe you want to listen to it and maybe comment on it.
We can. I literally am interested in why you chose this video. Obviously, you're not filming yourself. You have someone filming for you. And I come from like a Southern Baptist slash evangelical type of upbringing. So somebody standing on a street corner talking about what they believe is not unusual where I come from. This is normal.
What's normal?
To state your beliefs in public, to try to speak to people on a person-to-person basis in a public setting.
Okay, well, let's just take into consideration what you just said. Okay, how many people like me go out there and preach and don't worry about their getting their ass kicked or shanked or being thrown bottles and shit? What are the possibilities of that happening?
The true believers.
Because it's happened to me more than once, and it's happened to me in my videos. It's very high, bro. It's extremely high.
I haven't had a whole lot of time to watch your videos. I've watched maybe a couple of hours these videos and a few bits of a few others. Usually I have about a week before I actually host the channel, so I usually have more time.
Right.
That's
Well,
you.
I'm gonna be, just to be frank, a lot of the confrontation that we get is from Caucasians, and a lot of them come out and say we don't believe in that shit, quote unquote. So
Okay.
I just say, well, you know what? It wasn't even for you from the beginning. You can just turn your ear. I wasn't even talking to you. I am here for the ones who want to listen. just like how you come out and present your information. You know,
Right.
it's for those who want to listen. You know, and want to be able to the Jewish redneck prepper. That's funny. Um, you know, that's what I'm doing, man. And I just want my people to know that they're great people. That's the reason why I go out and do what I do.
Well, in America, we have the First Amendment, and doing this very thing, it would be protected. I can't say that people wouldn't throw rocks and bottles at you. I would wish that they wouldn't. I can say that
Okay,
locally they probably wouldn't.
it's all good. It's just something that comes with territory, man.
Yeah, I
You know.
imagine anytime you're saying something that's unpopular to the crowd you're saying it to, it can sometimes be stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
what? Let's get down to business, Mr. Sasquatch.
Yeah.
So, what is the real reason you wanted me on your show? Because I went into your show, I was questioning about your colonization history. You laughed about it, you grinned about it, and then you asked,
Very drunk.
let's have a cordial conversation." So that's what we're doing.
Yes.
So,
Um, First of
let,
all, I
let,
agree. The video I was showing is definitely colonial colonization history. You're right. Sherman burning down most of the South is definitely, yes, not a debate
right.
there. Um, I'm not here to disagree with you. The purpose of my show is to present your content and your method of delivering it and your message as you choose to deliver it. I am
Okay.
doing an expose over YouTube, not over particular channels. You have a YouTube channel. You have 400 and something subscribers that show up, as far as I can tell, for most of your videos. You get around 100, 150 views on a lot of them. And that's real good for a 400 sub channel. So clearly you're saying something people want to hear. And I'm just curious, how did you get here? How did you do this?
Well, I got here because I was wheeled into something called, um, well, it all started with my family. My father was or actually, my grandfather was a Vietnam vet, and he was a black man. He was married to my, um, we call her Alita, or my grandma. She was from Chihuahua, and she told us that blacks and Mexicans always been family from the very beginning. And I grew up with that, not knowing how significant that was, and I didn't really pay attention to that until recently. I just decided to put blacks and Hispanics family, and then lo and behold, all this information came about, and a lot of information that came about was a lot of stuff wasn't taught to me in school, and a lot of it was self discovery, and then rediscovering it through websites like .edu, .org, stuff like that. Just legitimate websites, and then talking to people who's been around the area and who's had stories from generations passed on from one generation to another generation. The story's consistent that we are the lost tribes of Israel, and I didn't know how that was. I've always went to church. I've always figured out. I always wondered who were these people. I remember saying that when I was a little kid. Who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people? And um, 4 or 5 years, I guess 3 or 4 years ago, all this information came as a flood. Um, it was information that was uplifting for me because, so, like I said, society has painted me to be a low person, and I grew up being low. So um, that all changed when I found out who I was, and a lot of people are saying, "So you need a religion, man?" It's not a religion. It's not a religion. It's a nationality. It's never been a religion. It's never been about a religion. But they taken what was ours and they made it into religion. So now you have nations fighting against other nations. You got governments fighting against other governments because of something that was written. And it wasn't even for them, you know. But that being said, um, it changed my mentality. I, I know I'm a king. Uh, Living in the exile, I'm basically a king living in the bottom. I'm the richest man on the planet living in the bottom of society. And that is my message, is to wake up the people and let them know that I was in your shoes. I know exactly how you feel, and I want you to be where I am at. I want you to be great. I want you to be powerful. I want you to be a king. I want you to be a princess again. I want you to know that this was all yours before colonization. I cannot just give a mountain to my son no more. I can't give. I talk to my son and I talk to my daughters. Did you ask for all these buildings to be here? And they say no. I said, I didn't either. He says, have you collected any rent from any of these people? She goes, nope. I said, me neither. But in the Bible, it says that, well, I don't want to quit. I'd rather just quote verbatim, I don't want to misquote the Bible. But,
Okay.
and I know you don't, I know you don't believe in it, so I'm not going to really push it that far.
I'm
But the
if
thing
you
is,
want to quote the Bible, if that's what you want to do, do it. This is a show about your channel, your content, your reasons,
well,
your meaning.
okay, I'm saying, let's do it. Forget my little hamster. He's running.
The hamsters do run, don't they?
Mm-hmm. All right. A lot of the Israelites that we have today, they call them the BHIs or Black Hebrew Israelites, and I'm not affiliated with that, but I am affiliated with the message that the word is for everyone, but salvation is not. You know what I mean? So in the Bible, it states that in the end, everybody's going to have to follow the commandments. That's just the bottom line. I mean, whether you believe it or not, and a lot of scientists like to say and like to state that the Bible's not true, but for some weird reason, they keep finding it true and finding it true and finding it true and finding it true and finding it true. And the I was just looking at when you were scrolling, dude, and I just threw my
I'm
and
sorry.
threw my freaking no, you're good, you're good.
I'll stop. I'm trying to get
I
your
gotta
link
stay
in the chat
focused.
in the right spot. I'm sorry.
I gotta stay focused. Um, and I just my passion is for my people, and that's it. Um, I go to college. I was in a sociology class. The first thing he said, and I appreciate this man, white supremacy exists. I just want you guys all to know that. And I looked at
Brother,
that
I'm
guy,
from Georgia.
you know,
You ain't telling me
I
nothing.
looked at,
Yes,
uh,
white
I
supremacy
looked at,
exists.
oh, I know, but I'm just telling you, from an indigenous perspective, a lot of indigenous folks are afraid to say that. You understand? And they're afraid to express their opinions. And the thing is, when he came out and said that, I was like, dude, okay, cool, I'm not crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not crazy because I thought I was crazy. Because a lot of people come out and say, well, you're acting like this, you're acting like that. I've seen it so many times. And I go through it to this day where you get put on the bottom and all these white people got the better jobs, they got the better positions. You get put on the hot ass fucking desert weather where they get put on the nice 65-degree weather. And then they get the jobs are 15 minutes while the jobs are 4 an hour and 45 minutes and they pay exactly the same, but you know in the background that you're not getting paid exactly the same. You already know that they're getting paid $20 or $15 more than you are, but they won't say anything because they don't want to get thrown underneath the bus. Oh yeah, man. I even do that. I face this shit every fucking day, bro. Every fucking day, and it never fucking stops. And it's the same recipe. It's the same old fucking good old boy shit. And I just want to wake up my people and just let them know that you guys need to stop being fucking slaves and know your worth. That I don't know if you noticed, but what happened? What happened? And did you hear what happened in Florida? Did you hear about
People
the
at
shutdown? That
Florida.
the Did you hear about that recently?
Dude, a lot of stuff happens in Florida.
Okay,
They had a
well,
guy.
okay, you can look it up. A lot of people they were talking about Title 42 or something like that. I'm not sure if you remember that, but the entire state of Florida pretty practically shut down because the indigenous people didn't want to work. You should have seen how much. You should have seen how many jobs were abandoned, bro. A shitload. You should have seen how many fields didn't get picked. And I want to let my people know how much power, how much pull they have, because you can't be letting these people run you over. I'm not saying you necessarily, but a majority of you are just the other way. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by the other way is you have nefarious intentions to basically exploit labor with all these rich white men who want to make money, but they're trying to find a cheap way to do it. And then they open the fucking gates for all my people who are indigenous to this fucking land, who get called illegal fucking aliens, who get called fucking wetbacks, who get called X, Y, and Z. And you have Grab Abbott with these fucking buoys with razor fucking wire and a saw blade to drag women and children underwater on their fucking land? Come on, man. You don't think there's something fucking wrong with that picture? I
Absolutely.
mean, if this was your land, bro, if this was your land and I colonized your fucking land, trust me, bro, you would be bullshitting me. You wouldn't want your fucking land back. You would be fucking
Never
lying
said
to me. But I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you, you would want your shit back. You would want your grandfather's house back. And and,
I'm
and,
sitting
and
right
the
here
thing is,
right now,
go ahead. I'm sorry to make
having.
cut you
I,
off.
I give 1 second. I'll let you go right back at it. Um, During the Civil War over here, when the North
Sorry,
started
Brad.
reconstruction.
I can let me go somewhere where I can barely hear you, man.
So when they did the reconstruction of the Civil War, it it disjointed everything in the local community. Most of the buildings were burnt down. Almost all of the land was broken up and given to people who moved here from. Uh, there's loads of people who were disenfranchised of all colors. We weren't all white, rich, aristocratic landowners. My family was indentured servants. When the South lost the war, most of these people were cast out onto basically being homeless or sharecroppers if they could get a job being a sharecropper. Um, and yeah, I can agree that there is a certain amount of grit that sticks in one's craw when you see your land that was legally your land up until somebody else decided it wasn't. I could see that being a major issue. So I'm agreeing with you. This video here, I can't play all of it because it's almost certainly copyrighted. And if I play too much of it, they'll hit me with a takedown. Right. But this is, let me get the title right. Aztecs are Israelites, period. And I didn't see the title that the was it Gaia.com gave it. Can you elucidate that some for me? I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's still better than the Deaf Bigfoot Hunter stream.
Yes.
All right.
Can you hear me?
So, yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry I interrupted.
You were asking about the video.
Yes, sir.
So what did you want to know?
You chose to put this particular video up. It is your most viewed video that I could find that's not a short. And why do you think that is? I mean,
Well, I mean, because of a lot of the history that that is found even today, that was discovered maybe about in the last 5 to 10 years. There's a large amount of Paleo Hebrew history that was found in the Americas, and all this history, like a lot of people like to dispute primary sources, like the Backcrete stone, and there's some other stones. There's other inscriptions, on mountains and stuff like that that kind of predate the existence when we were here and the times when we traveled to this land from the other side of the land, which was in towards Mesopotamia and Israel and all that area. So that's where a lot of this history touches. A lot of this video touches on what I just said.
right. I watched it
Mhm.
earlier. It's an excellent video. I really enjoyed it.
Right.
Are we talking when you say way back? When you're talking about way back, are we talking back Olmec? Or are we talking pre-Olmec?
Well, the Olmecs today, a lot of black people like to state that that's them, that they came during the ancient times, and like that head right there.
Right.
If you go in and you know, like for instance, you can go into a generic research and go into Mexican history, and you read, I'm pretty sure you will see Olmec on there.
Mhm.
The history, they like to say that the big lips and the big nose is them, but anyone that lives near the equator have big lips and big noses. That's just how it works. But a lot of the history with these people are just natives that are basically scattered throughout these lands that we have, you call America today. And
Mhm.
a lot of folks that you can probably have another Native American on here. And
All right, I can hear you again. Thank you.
alrighty, we're just talking history, MLH. We're just talking history, man. um I don't know what else you want to know.
Okay. So and this is from a complete lack of information on this subject. I'm going to ask a few questions. I don't know enough to know whether what I'm asking is offensive or not. So all I know to do is ask a question, right?
I got thick
Um
skin, man, so say
okay,
whatever.
I'm a retired troll. Yeah, thick skin. We'll get along famously. We'll be good. Um when you pointed out the wide nose and the thick lips on this, are we assuming that these individuals were uh, African, Mesopotamian type source? Is that
No, I answer that question already or no? Oh, you didn't hear me.
you said people near the equator typically have wide lips and flat noses? So
Okay,
you're saying
is
these
that
are native,
that
not
is that
not an.
incorrect? Is
It's
that
not
incorrect?
incorrect.
Okay, so why we at well we if I'm telling you that that's a
It's
Native
the Hebrew language.
American, why are you asking me if that's an African if I've already told you it's already a Native American?
I'm not trying to offend you, bud. I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's the Hebrew angle. The
I'm not.
Hebrew concept is an old
I'm a
world
logical
concept.
person. I apologize. I am a logical person, so I do computer science. So I'm a very logical.
Just fine, brother. But the Hebrew angle is an old world concept, and to tie in a Hebrew angle to probably connectivity issues. See, this is the beautiful part about editing. I can cut all of this crap out in the actual episode when I upload it, and it'll look relatively sort of professional, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I wasn't trying to get offended or nothing. It's just usually my mind is probably wired a little bit different from yours. Usually, if I tell you something, and your job is to fact check it. You know, what I mean, verify I was wrong, verify I was right, and
Um,
then we can have you can
I
have another.
don't use this show. I have a different show. I'm not trying to say you're right, wrong, or we're disagreeing with anything. I want to present your channel, your information, your methods to a viewership. Hopefully, growing your channel and finding you more
Right.
people to follow you. Yes.
Okay. Well, go ahead and what was your question?
Okay. It's the Hebrew angle that throws me for a bit of a loop. That's an old world tradition that is predating virtually any old world influences from over here that we're aware of, that I'm aware of. So that was the reason why I was asking whether you were going in that direction with the African or Middle Eastern or whatever sources, because that is kind of where that type of Hebrew concept comes from, typically. I just don't know.
Well, let's just say the narrative has been
Okay, I
portrayed.
got you. Right. Okay, that was the misunderstanding. I was thinking that you were saying that, or you were actually following the that particular history. You're saying that it is synonymous. It's a equivalent concept.
Well, it's questionable because you have to question everything that you've been taught. So
Absolutely.
when you get this face and then you find out, oh yeah, that's an African face, you think I'm gonna believe what someone just told me? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna investigate that. And um, I've done enough research. I've not an idiot. Worked. I've done college for a long time, even to this day, and I'm not a first generation. So a lot of the research that I've done so far has been conclusive that these are the natives today.
Cool. I'm completely uneducated on that front. I've never been to college. I didn't actually graduate from high school. I simply self-educated myself to my heart's content in libraries everywhere I could get my hands on them.
Right.
I am
There's nothing.
interested in information.
Nothing wrong with that.
This
So,
has been
did you have any
absolute.
other questions?
That pretty well covers it. I think you've done an excellent thing here.
All
I really
right. Yeah.
appreciate
If anybody wants to, talk further about this, you guys can show it to my channel, and we can talk further, or we can come to this channel. We could talk further, whatever you guys want. But it's just, my bottom line, um, the objective is to wake up my people. That's it. That's it. That's the objective. And
absolutely.
uh,
I think we lost him again. I appreciate your time,
who was in
brother.
my position.
It's just unstable. I lay no blame at no one. I blame the devil himself. All right, brother. I very much appreciate your time. I thank you for coming in and having a conversation with me and not being offended when I got things misdirected. I don't know if you can hear me right now. I hope you go back and watch this and hear this part. This part will also be on the episode when I upload it. Previous guests that come on Sasquatch Shills have the opportunity to come in any after dark sequence that I do. That doesn't mean you get on camera during the Sasquatch Shills, because that's specifically for the guest to present their content, their channel, their beliefs, their functioning, their methods. It's there to help people find channels that they would like to watch. Yeah, I know it's been doing weird stuff to me all night, man. Well, we'll get together again at some point, but you're invited to come into any future After Dark that I have. If you want to, you can just sit and listen, or you can come in and bring us technical problems, terms of service issues, anything like that. And we try to help. Typically, I'll bring up videos like this and we'll sit and watch them and talk about it until somebody comes up with a better topic, and then we'll mute the video and just talk out whatever topic it is. So, feel free to come back another time. Practice with the StreamYard. See if you can figure out how to get that stuff to work properly, and it'll help the whole process. I really dig your avatar. That is fantastic. I think a little bit of experience with cameras and microphones and stuff will serve you an immensity. I hope people will find your channel and it grows, and that you find fulfillment in what you're trying to do. And that's the honest truth. That is the nature of the Caucasian Sasquatch's whole channel. I use a whole bunch of different methods to try to promote individual channels that I think are doing something better than possibly other people are doing, or in a unique way, or from a unique perspective. And those are the channels on YouTube that I go looking for to try to promote, because you don't learn anything by looking at the same thing everyone else is saying. The only way to advance your knowledge is to listen to those things you are unfamiliar with. And that is the extent of it. I don't know how else to put it. Let's see. That should have been about 45 minutes if my memory serves. And I'm going to wrap it up right here. I'm going to start off with one of these. Yes, sir. We're going to use one of these over here. So I love each and every one of you like a brother and a sister. I appreciate every one of your time. I appreciate Job taking the time to come and speak with us tonight. I appreciate Richie for letting me pirate his channel for the night. Hopefully he'll let me do it again soon, and we can actually have a show that functions like they typically do. Usually we do this part at the beginning, and then we just free ball it at the end and talk about whatever. I appreciate it, Sunshine. I know I kind of fell out of touch with chat there towards the middle of the show, but there was a lot of technical crap going on back over here. I had to keep adjusting his echo cancellation, because you notice whenever it go all sparkly, it starts sounding crappy right before it would fade out. That was the echo cancellation mucking up, and I was able to fix it a few times, but it's StreamYards. I don't know what to tell you. They've got to work on their stuff, but y'all have a lovely evening. I really, really hope it all works out for y'all, and go check out my man Job. He's doing something. He's doing the YouTubery. I can fully approve of that. But until next time, don't let the man get you down.
Sorry. Good news though. We're gonna have to move the party somewhere a little bit more private, but you're all invited. Lorenzo will give you the details. Yeah!
Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember the peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. Even the dull and ignorant, they have their story. Avoid the loud and aggressive persons. they are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to the virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, or in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore be at peace with God, whatever you conceive of him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its shams, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. Max Ehrman, 1927. What are the humans doing?
Mas mata banal.